Right. This game is super dark. Super duper duper dark. It deals with mental illness, hallucinations, hearing voices. Hellblade, exactly. Last we left off, we are trying to pull a sword out of a tree so that we can fight Hell. Hel Hell, like Norse mythology Hell. Still trying to figure out exactly what's going on in this game. It seems like you're playing as a character who exists outside of Norse mythology, and like the Vikings raided and killed a lot of the people in her hometown, including her boyfriend Dalen. And she's currently interfacing with Norse myth for the first time in her life. It's 2 L's. Hellblade. Dillion, that's right. Oh, if I said 2 L's, I meant 1 L. Yeah, it's the goddess, not a... Not talking about hell like English hell. So when we last left off, we were looking for another blue pillar to get this sword out of the tree, and I don't know where it is yet, so I'm probably going to have to run around a little bit and try to find it. We did 2 out of 3 on this puzzle. We may have done some of this lore, but I'll remind myself of it here.
Sigmund and his brothers seem certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a serpent...
This game has some of the best photorealistic graphics I've ever seen, too.
But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
There's also an element of this game, like you see the corruption that's climbing up the protagonist's arm there. If it reaches the crown of my head, it's permanently game over, and I have to start all over from the beginning. So when there is combat in this game, it's pretty stressful.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40, and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the
He's an invisible ghost.
were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Because you hear some of her voices whispering and repeating what he's saying.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels... What is this place?
Turn it up a bit because the voices are pretty quiet. It might get loud at points, but I think it's worth it.
It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks. There he is. There he is. The light. Go towards him. He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. Where's it gone? Keep going. How do you find it?
I like how they use the voices both for, like, conveyance.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillion will help me. The stench of rot. She must taste it. Do you smell it? No.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Not everyone
I've heard this is kind of what it looks like to trip on hallucinogenic things, like seeing the colors crawl like that.
The water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could.
I have a spirit guide for some friends that did LSD and mushrooms, and that's basically how they described it. They said it was tactical to village and
Laughed at it.
that one sank into the swamp.
But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
I think I have an easy way to climb up there, do I? Oh, is it a gate shenanigan? Oh, it is a gate shenanigan. We haven't done this in a minute. Got a perspective thing when you move through the gate. The world changes.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until now. You have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Working on it. To get the perspective just right, probably, right?
You found a way
To climb the tower.
the ladder. Quick.
Thanks.
What now?
You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge.
Climb the tower, the ladder. Oh, I think I can get around to the back of it from over here. Definitely see the ladder there. Probably have to go through the gate to open up to get around to the back of it. Yeah, there we go. Lore.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
I feel like this mechanic, part of what this represents or could represent is the whole OCD thing of like needing to do certain rituals. Like I have to go through the gate and I have to circle through 3 times. Like nothing is actually happening or changing, but she has to do it in order to progress things. The angle just right to fix the bridge, right?
She did it.
You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
And there's the weird hallucination patterns again.
Senua, come to me.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there? Come out to me.
Freaky.
Find him.
You have to find him.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Go to him. He's trying
Oh god.
to... There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. Feel it. You'll die.
What should I do?
I don't want to die.
Go to the gate. Focus. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. Where are they?
It's a cool way to do this.
Where are you? Don't let
This scary maze.
Let it sink. Where are you?
Cool.
Run now!
Yeah, I don't have a sword at the moment.
Light.
Go towards it. Focus. Focus. Look. One more to find. One more. One dozen.
Don't let it look at you.
Find the other symbol. You're lost. Let me look at you. Where is it?
Where are you?
Don't let it. It
Thanks, Dillian.
Run. You've got. Find the gate. Get out. Run.
Conveyance in this is pretty great, where you can see like the reflection of Dillian.
Move away. You're lost again.
Oh, shit. We will find you. Great. That was a cool sequence. Like, it was clear where I was supposed to go, but it was still confusing and distressing with the fire around the back of me. Yeah, I wondered too. There have been puzzle deaths before.
Senua,
A lot of the gunk on my arm is from instant death from failing puzzles.
what happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
Her mom was mentally ill too, but it was like a power.
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
He's super dead. Yeah, there was this really cool, scary part where we met the goddess Hel, H-E-L.
Made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time.
Hmm.
Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories of ghosts. They belong to the gods, not to you. They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul. They want to crush it. They want your body. They want your soul. They want your mind, and they're going to take it. The memories were yours, but they're the gods now. Nothing is yours anymore.
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
I thought I had already done 2 out of 3 of these. Maybe there were more tasks than I thought.
I can't see.
Oh, the lighting here is awesome.
Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts.
Pretty sure they just did some like straight capture of the actress,
Tell me
and
what
it's
you
not a
feel.
3D render. We've seen some cutscenes like that.
Good. And there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes,
The
you
voices, they've gone.
can. I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall.
This is a cool sequence.
Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
The controller's vibrating here when I face certain directions and not other directions. That's spooky.
I can't go on. Dillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
Okay, we have to do something with this door. Yeah, as I like turn, the controller starts to vibrate. Lobotomized. Might be on purpose.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
After getting here, the controller's not vibrating anymore.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
Upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the soul. I'm no coward. Proved that to me in the warrior tribes. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your bet. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. You need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
More bodies.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here.
The stereo sound in this game is so good. Like, they get every possible pan level. You can hear things on this side of the headphones, right in the middle, back, on the sides. It's awesome.
Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
They've done this kind of fourth wall break thing, too, where, like, a narrator is talking to me with the controller.
There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, I'm afraid. This isn't a horror game, but it has a lot of elements of horror.
There's something in here.
Do you see it? No. Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Should have the heart rate monitor on. Controller buzzes when I look at it. The controller's buzzing every so often. It's kind of freaking me out.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Even if that was nothing, right? They did a good job of making me have no idea. They look like things in the distance, right? Freaky. Oh god, what the fuck is that thing? It's not a horror game. This mostly works because of the lighting, right? Because I can't resolve what the thing actually looks like. It's a wonder I even have any idea where to go. Little swinging lights help a lot. I love that Dillian has stopped talking to me during this. Just like, yeah, just don't walk into those things. They seem bad. I'm assuming I'm safe by the lights, but maybe I'm not. There's one right there that's just not moving. Keeps looking like it just barely disappears. Oh god. I don't know if they have preset paths that I can try to avoid. No me gusta. Oh, it's turning around. It's coming near me. Oh me gusta. Wow, that should have had the heart rate monitor on. That actually did it. Usually horror doesn't. I guess it happened a few times in Alien Isolation, and that's pretty close to Alien Isolation.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you. But you are in control.
I hear more of these things. Oh, I have to do a balancing thing? Oh god, this was rough last time. It's like the camera changes while you're trying to balance. I've died to this before. It's hard.
Well, there's a well.
Mimir.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Great. Oh, fucking fantastic. There's tons of them down here.
Help me.
Come to yourself.
No, me gusta. No, me gusta.
Dillian, is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
This game is pretty spellbinding, so apologies if I don't talk too much. Trust your senses.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
But he's gonzo now, so about that.
The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword.
With Garm reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillian was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Rammer is the name of the sword, I believe. Make it so that Hela doesn't just one-shot us, like she did when we first turned into her.
Dillian gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind, and become a warrior in Dillian's clan.
This game does an auto difficulty thing where the better you are at it, the harder the difficulty of the combat becomes.
Gods of darkness. Leave it.
Not that voice. We don't like that voice.
He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
Yeah, it's such a crazy
Years
filter.
later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Dillian?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
What does getting the sword represent? I remember.
Dillian.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
I don't know if I remember the controls for combat in this game.
They're coming.
About to find out.
Hold your heavy strike. Hold it. Hold the heavy strike. Hold it. Unleash the sword.
She can't remember. How to focus.
That was the heavy strike. Okay. Shit. Evade better, don't die.
Focus now. Focus.
Focus now.
Do I have a controls summary that I remember? Focus, right trigger. Okay.
You can do this. Focus. Focus.
He's gone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're close.
Okay, there we go. Everything's good. Remembering.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones
Whoa,
I
this is
loved.
cool.
The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining
That's a hell of a sequence.
Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun.
It's like a labyrinth,
Come
right?
not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
Yeah, I've got a disturbed mind. This is fine. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
She doesn't know where she's trying
Wow.
to get to.
This is the most fantastical, like, scene we've been in. Everything has looked more or less real, sometimes on fire, but nothing crazy like this.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries?
Hey,
Do
Calic,
you
how
smell
you
their
doing?
putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you
3
have done
enemies is
to
too
them.
many.
All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on the Father, Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods, and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your
Yeah,
heresy?
how you been? Good seeing you.
Take him down. Take him down. Get him down.
Working on it.
You want it.
These are the...
Defend yourself.
I think I have to hit them in the shield to be able to break their guard, yeah. Nice. Woof. That guy looks fun. I like how almost all of them are like faceless too. Shoot. God, I'm gonna die.
She won't make it.
Shit. Shouldn't be taking damage when the time slows on. I don't know if I can avoid that attack. It sucks though.
It's not over. It's not over. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Working on it. It's freaking me out.
You're stronger than me.
No, this is not a good time. I really like that about the combat in this game. It never feels like you're a badass. It feels like you're just barely surviving.
He's down. Finish.
Okay.
Who is it? Galena.
Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Oh, creepy. We see her face in everything. It's just like
Darkness took her life, and it will take
You're both dead.
her Idolia thing.
But your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came forth. She too
So
had a
fun.
sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't love you. She escaped the illusion.
Yeah, I like the
She gave her life to the
real
gods.
video of all those characters.
If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror.
Sometimes I can't tell when they're using video of live actors versus
Too
mocap.
late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Because I really don't want a game over in this. Stop hitting me! Ranged attacks, huh?
They've come for you!
So many of them. Thank you, voices. Shit. Thank you. Shit, I need to get meter back! Give me meter! I very badly need meter.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
This guy's by far the most dangerous enemy. If I can burn him here, that would be nice. I had enemies during my slowdown. Got me in trouble there. Oh shit, don't be down for reals!
She's injured. She can still do it. Finish this.
Shit. Oh, he can do shit during my focus. That's really bad. That's new too, I think.
Behind you.
Focus is not perfect now, apparently. That attack I don't know how to avoid yet. She's so weak, they can see her weakness.
It's nearly over. Finish this. End it now. Nearly the end. Behind you.
Oh shit! Keeps spawning in behind me, it's freaking me out.
He's gone.
I really need to have the heart rate monitor on. It's too late for me to set it up, but this guy's the worst.
Behind you. They're winning. Surprise him.
You say surprise him. I'm working on it. It's easier said than done. Shit. Get back up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, he doesn't care. Once I kill him the first time and he's in this mode, focus doesn't do anything.
Finish this. End it now.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done?
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
If the dark is what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are.
Shit, getting my ass kicked now.
Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead?
I'm too slow now.
Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued?
Come on.
Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him? To
Learn how to punish that attack at
to his
least.
father.
This is by far the longest combat sequence in the game up to this point. I'm trying. God, big guys. Not a friend. Nope. That attack, still can't dodge it. Got an ad too, great. Can there not be one behind me right now? These are the guys that I have to focus to have any ability to damage them. That was a fight. This killing everything in hell.
What an easy win!
I'm actually not sure how gaming over works in that sequence. I was able to get up when I was getting knocked down, but it looked like there was a part where I was significantly slowed down.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses.
Yeah, it did a really good job. I like that I didn't know, right? Like, I feel like this game wouldn't work if you were following a walkthrough and it was like, yeah, there's no danger here, just try to kill everything as fast as you can, right? Like, it's the fact that I don't know whenever consequences are real, and there's certain times where you die and it's not your fault, it's just like a scripted cutscene, and you still get gunk on your arm. So, like, the ludonarrative synergy with that of, like, you are just as confused as to what's real and what's not real. Is this something I actually have to worry about or not? It's pretty genius. Oh, this is cool. This is such a cool set piece.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own.
Or if my relationship with my mother is actually toxic.
I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you.
Like, I think that might actually just be a video behind her, but silhouetted.
Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us?
It's an interesting thing, too, because, like,
Come back to me.
you can use that in a video game. You can tell she's rendered and he's not, right? Adds another layer of confusion. Brilliant.
Let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
I'm pretty sure that whole hell battle didn't actually happen. Who knows what's actually happening in this game, if anything? Is this a fever dream in her deathbed or something? Band-aid for that cut across her face. That'd be good. She's gonna get Khal Drogo'd.
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back. We found her.
I wonder how critical the disclaimer at the start of the game is to appreciating this.
Don't worry.
Like, I feel like the disclaimer for Doki Doki
It's on your own anymore.
both sucks that it has to exist and improves the experience in a weird way.
We were worried. We're here to help you.
You need us.
There's a way in.
Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on.
Whoa, what's that? Oh, it's just a boat. Okay.
There. Listen to us.
Does she know which way to look? Does she know the right way to...
Voices are Twitch chat. Some of them talking in hide.
I'm glad we're back.
She's so clever. Go.
That's pretty.
Go up into the mountain.
Interesting revelation. Seems like that's a one-way thing. They're just backseating, don't listen. This.
There's a door.
She doesn't
You can
know.
do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Yeah, like, look at the reflections in the puddles there. It's nuts. I love slow door opening in games. Into the mountain.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods.
Fafnir.
Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Someone's behind the door.
What is it?
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
No, go in. Don't
Turn back. Turn back.
What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim.
Garm.
Garm is its name.
2/3 of
If you know
Cerberus.
Senua, it can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How would you say Dillion if you were too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
We only have so much time to make it till late, is my theory.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Who is it? Something there. It's the beast.
No,
No, it's not.
it's a trick.
She knows that. Does she? What is that voice?
Mother,
We don't start hearing that voice until much later in the game.
it's me, Senua. So loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
Senua.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away, and he only hurts me to silence them.
Oh,
He's
father
gone now.
He wants
abuses.
to come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
They want me with them.
stop!
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't
Do you
listen to them.
see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming.
Senua, help me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
Yeah, about that.
She can't remember when it started, when her mother lost her smile, her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child, and the first time she felt the cold chill of fear.
Creepy.
I don't talk much about her father, Zimbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
The light's gone out.
Oh, we lost our torch in the
Get through it
process.
as quick as you can.
That's cool.
The panic is here.
I like it. I mean, I hate it, but I like it. This is pretty brilliant. You get what is going on really quickly, right?
You have to rest here or you'll die.
She's stuck. She hasn't found the runes.
She hasn't found the runes.
You're safe in the light. Get to the next light. Let's go quick. Run.
Okay, so it's the P symbol.
Fire. How will she get it? Fire. She has to go towards it. She has to go through the light. She will. She has to.
I don't see it. It's the thorn, I want to say. Maybe it's a stalactite somewhere. It seems to suggest it's near here. Maybe it's further down that way. Let's try it. No? So it went away when I got further over here. If anyone in chat happens to see it, feel free to let me know. Torch right now would be great. It's not visible from this light. Oh god, I'm starting to worry that I'm gonna have to find it in the dark, you know? I hope not. There's no light over that way. It's easy to get lost the more that's happening. And I'm going to take some more puzzle damage. It sounds like there was runes through there, but I don't have a lot of time to solve it. Shit, it's bad. Very, 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 very bad. I wonder if the how long to beat assumes gaming over and starting over.
The torch will go out.
She has to go do it. She can't do it.
I didn't actually see where it was. The rune I'm looking for. I know it's through the gate.
Stop! Stay there. You have to rest here. She's stuck. She hasn't found the runes. Stay in the light. Stay.
Thread the torch through the grate instead of dunking it. That'd be nice.
She can't. She's stuck. She has to find the runes.
Yeah. It's pretty lenient, but it doesn't feel that way exactly. They've done that really well throughout the whole game. Nope, I cannot feel them or see them. Maybe I just need to bring light there. Let's try to do that first. I think I'm not supposed to be able to make it in that corner. There's a torch over here. I should have just done this. Whoops. Alright, well, now I know. The game's generally not going to expect me to do some crazy dexterity shit. They haven't mentioned the fire before. Let's light all these, shall we?
The light will guide you.
Wasted to death. Don't know how many lives I get. Probably not a lot. Oh, it's cool. It's in the reflection.
She has it. You have it. Keep going. Where's the next? Do not. These pointless time. The symbols are pointless.
Some really cool stuff in like the peripheral vision in this game too.
What have you
On the edges of the screen.
delete? Just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission. You think you know, but you don't. Anything is dead.
That's one. This is where I had to go down in the water. There must be another path that I'm missing.
Her torch is going out. No, it's not. It's gonna burn out soon. She hasn't got much time. It's gonna burn out. She's too
Torch is
slow.
going out.
It's not going to burn out. The darkness will come again.
Be great if the torch can't ever go out, right? Wouldn't that be better? Freaks you out, making you think it can happen.
She has it. She did it.
More shadows.
This place.
I really like the theming of looking for symbols everywhere. Being sure like that's definitely it.
Lived through as a young girl. At night, the faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Oh wow, I didn't realize I made it this far around. that's just showing me there's more area to explore down there. Hooray for having the torches to tell where I visited and haven't visited. Braziers, sconces. Bernie things, you got it. I think I did the most difficult one first.
She's lighting the torch. Do you think tender?
No shit. This guy. Double Axe Man is not my friend. Do not enjoy him. It's just kind of a new mechanic now, these shadow guys that I have to fight in focus mode. Shit.
It's nearly over. Finish.
More? Shit. Working on it.
Focus now.
Get up, get up, get up, get up!
It's not
You can make them corporeal by hitting them in focus mode.
She needs to focus.
Take the torch and move.
Go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move.
The blood is the symbol. We needed to light the torches to be able to see it. I think it is, but I might need to have a different angle on it. Oh, look at these guys flayed up in here. That's great. Fantastic. Oh, from up here, I see.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness. That she's
That'd be
with
the
the
wrong way,
gods.
actually.
But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
There's the door. Wrong way. Thanks, gods. Vin Diesel. I don't know. It's one of the More distressing voices that she hears. I don't know what the effect is on it. It's a bunch of layered effects, I think.
She'd get her mother out. Her mother doesn't exist.
Mother doesn't exist.
The beast is coming.
Oh shit, that's cool. Oh, it looked way closer to me than it probably is there, right? That's cool. You need that light.
What have you done?
Oh no, not the head.
You've lost it. It's over.
Lost Dillion's head?
Without his head, you will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed.
That's great.
Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zinbo while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua?
I do not want to remember that specifically. That's extremely distressing to me.
Bringing it back.
It was flashback. She doesn't have paint.
Why did you leave me? This darkness. It's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
Or his head that we dropped. I really like the way they did Garm there. This game is great at, like, not giving you a full view of the scary stuff. You don't see it for long, it's obscured by atmospheric effects or visual filters. You kind of have to fill in the gaps. Yes, please.
The beast
Beast is
is down
down there.
She knows the beast is there. She keep going towards. He's always
Oh, and it's doing that hallucination thing with the colors crawling on the walls again.
She needs to find him.
I love how that just appears and then passes fairly quickly.
And she has to find it.
Oh, that's mean.
Leave the torch alight.
Didn't have to pass it through the water. Your eyes up. Shit. When they spawn behind me like that, it's the worst. Thank you. The voices. I really like the Zelda charge sword thing. It's cool. You don't shoot a laser, but Thank you. I tried to dodge.
Get up, quick! She's injured. She's not gonna make it. He's too fast. You can do it. You're close. Behind you!
Don't be a shadow. Ouch. I hate how they keep their speed in focus mode now. This game might have the most stressful combat in almost any game I've played. Just because of the whole permadeath thing. I don't know how real that is. I assume it's very real. Alright, lighting a thing. Must be through here, right? This specific. Turn it into a letter R somehow, maybe from the bottom. Yeah, I don't think any of this is real though. I don't know how many fights are actually happening. We can be pretty sure many of them are not real. Maybe it involves lighting torches to create shadows. Let's see. Stay away from the water. Like I said earlier, I think this game works blind. I don't know if it would work on a second playthrough. Or even in a playthrough where you understand how anything works. Oh, really? I hate it. 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 I hate it.
She has it. Her father tried to help her,
But she wouldn't listen.
he was doing his best.
Thanks, I hate it. Yeah.
Didn't she for some?
No, 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 no.
He was trying to save her from the darkness.
Zinbo was right. Zinbo was trying
This
to
shit's
save her
rough.
from the darkness.
Had several deaths due to balancing.
And now,
So those camera changes happen independent of my inputs.
She should have known. She should have.
Why doesn't she learn? Wait till she learns.
She doesn't
Oh, great.
understand.
now the darkness.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Dude, it's hard to say. I don't think this place is real. I think almost this entire game takes place in her mind.
She can't.
She's going to go through anyway.
The light will run out.
The darkness was and she'll die.
The laughter's pretty great. basically. Oh, the light is actually going out.
What's she doing?
She's schizophrenic,
She's making light.
at least.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's the plan?
Oh, I didn't calculate it. I didn't realize what I was doing, but I think I understand what happened now. I had to go set up that torch so I could make it through here later when my torch is emptied. This game is never about doing something under a strict time limit, it feels like.
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir
Oh,
sees
not
his
going
kill.
straight, apparently.
He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
Faster, keep going, keep going. She can't get through. She has to. Force it. Get up, get up. What are you doing?
So I get the torch on the other side, I see. Senua.
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
What is she doing?
Stop, stop.
Oh, I see. That's half of the symbol, right? Where's the rest of it? Maybe it's gonna be a shadow and that's why I need the light.
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
Alright, is there a shadow being cast somewhere now? Oh yeah, there it is. Cool. She sees patterns where there aren't any, probably.
Dillian. She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer
I like that it
it
doesn't interrupt the dialogue.
the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us.
Can we not do this? This is some Silent Hill 2 shit right here.
When he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done,
Oh
he
shit, I
burns
guess
his
I was
finger.
playing.
Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the... Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it
More
is done,
hands coming out the
he burns
walls.
his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
Don't put it in the water. God. There's sequences like this in Tomb Raider 28 or 2013. Hold it up as best as you possibly can.
Go quickly.
Hold it up.
I hear you. I'm coming for you.
This is awesome.
I'm coming.
All my voice to my severed head. I love how they build the dread here with the water falling there. might not have been scripted. I may have gotten stuck on the ground. Sucks. Yep. More gunk. Not good. I'm gonna die. So I need to get out of the crawling state faster this time. I don't know how. I may have just needed to turn better or something.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Get up.
Dillian, I see you. The beast has Dillian. No,
Oh shit. Gotta fight it now?
you're not taking it from me.
I warn you, Senua. I can smell
No,
you betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
You turned your back on me. That is why Dillian will rot it now. Come into my shadow.
Can I not though? Shit. Not so much actually. Ouch. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
It's not over. It's not over. You can do it. Keep going.
Oh god, that seems bad. Oh wow. The effects here, where it's like flashing real images. Oh, I love that. That's so creepy. I'm gonna find the light during the... That's so dope. Nice. Dark Souls is my working simulator. I like it though. I think it's perfect. I love them to make more games like this. It seems like it's a weird combination, right? I guess the automated difficulty is what makes it work at the end of the day. The fact that it gets easier the worse you're doing and harder the better you're doing. So if you just wanted a walking simulator, you'd probably be doing okay. Oh, shit, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. You'd feel like those two audiences have very little overlap, right? Oh shit. I like seeing Mom's face in that flashing shadow. That was a fucking cool fight. That was really, really rad. Big fan.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand.
Died twice in that segment.
He tried to fix
I think the crawling one wasn't actually my fault. It's a bummer.
Kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't
That's
say which
fucked
was worse. The darkness,
Great.
or the monster that her father had become.
More guaranteed corruption.
She couldn't fight them both.
Scripted to happen at this stage.
And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
I wonder if it's scripted to reach a corruption threshold at different stages of the game, no matter how well you've been doing, if it just always gets up to the top of her shoulder at that point, you know? That'd be an interesting
Senua.
way to...
I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate. To hate
That's cool.
the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest.
Cool.
I feel you let those slack.
I thought that was a modified Zinbel voice.
I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn.
That was a cool sequence.
You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain,
To trust him.
as deep as we can go.
Talking to me.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
What else can she do? She doesn't.
Cool.
She's come this far. She wants to go forward. She wants this to be it. She wants to save Dillian's soul. She must listen to Shannon.
That was cool too. That seems good. We have to climb down.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see.
Oh, cool. It's changed. I think it did anyway. I don't think I'm ladder
I'm not
blind in
here
this
to
case.
fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
She's got nothing left to give. What will happen when she meets Hela?
She must beg.
She must fight. She must bargain with Hela. Fight. She has to fight. She has to kill Hela. It's the only way. Now she has Odin's. She can see it. The bridge.
It seems bad.
Broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. She can't fix it. She's done it before. She can. She can. She'll do it again. How will she do it? There must be a way
More.
to try.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, Mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
Alright. Multiple paths I have to take, it looks like. Head is necessary. Multiple bits of bridge to fix, at least. Oh shit! It's easy to forget that there is combat in this game. Aforementioned walking simulator, chocolate in my peanut butter conversation. Thank you. Oh shit. Jump strike. Shit. Come on. I think I only have to hit them once in focus in order to make them corporeal. Shit. Shit! Double axe guy, my least favorite enemy. Oh shit! Get up! 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 Don't do that. He still has full speed in this mode. I just gotta kill him while I can.
End it now. This is nearly the end. How will she do it? What will she do? How's she going to find his actual soul? Where does that keep the souls? How will she get it?
Sound design in this game is pretty incredible too.
No. She cannot bargain with Hela. She's not strong enough to kill Hela. What does Hela want? No one can bargain with Hela. What does Hela want? What can she get?
Little whispering, the music always has little scary effects like that.
It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give.
I have to get the other side of the bridge before I bother climbing over there, I think.
A cursed soul.
Of course she is, no matter what she does.
I don't know if there's actually any other paths though that I can take.
She can fight her at Ragnarok.
She's a warrior. She's come this far.
Hela will want to fight her.
Well, we'll get up there and see what happens.
The soul is valuable.
Hela will want her soul.
Hela.
She can take Dillion's soul and lay him to rest.
She can get his soul back.
She's so close to saving Dillion.
She can do it.
Saving Dillion. Yeah, about that.
Few promise her.
She can finally do it.
What if she falls at the final hurdle?
She won't.
Then Hela will take
When a
both
Mutlander is
voices.
done getting her
Hela, it's all for nothing.
If she doesn't save Dillion, her soul will be eternally
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it?
Thank you.
Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
Interesting way to think about that. It's like the Yay album by Kanye West.
She can do it.
She can do it.
She can still see the secrets.
The Secrets of the Gods. Hey, lovely.
Oh, this game.
Yeah. It's been pretty stressful today.
Yeah? Voices in your head getting to you?
It's been some pretty difficult sections, and the corruption's pretty far up her arm right now. Hey, Andrea's here.
Hey, Andrea's here. Here comes science.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Like, is the voice actor delivering it more dramatically? Yeah, I think so. He's super into it. 'Cause the guy delivering it is not a Northman himself. He's telling the story about these other people. Alright, so I need to repair that bridge. Probably need to get through that door on that other side. I don't know how to get over there yet, though. I'm gonna try. Did you take a good nap?
Uh-huh.
Nice. You looking forward to Taco Bell?
Very much.
Very good. Look, I should be able to do it from here, but... More bridge elements that I can't see from here. This is the one I just did, which doesn't connect to anything as far as I can tell.
Oh, okay. So it depends on what you were feeling. I usually get a crunch. No, not a crunch wrap. A cheesy gordita crunch. Have you tried those? It's a hard taco. Outside is a pita, and they put cheese between the hard taco and the pita, and it melts. And then it's kind of a basic taco, but it has this spicy ranch sauce to it that's really good. I always get extra spicy ranch because I really like it. Yeah, cheesy gordita crunch where it's at. Crunchwrap Supremes are also good. Those are a circular hard taco, and then it's inside like this folded soft taco stuff. Wait, I don't understand. Is there an option for that?
It's the name of the products.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got confused. But yeah, the Crunchwrap Supreme is pretty good too, and then it has like the taco meat, lettuce, tomato, sour cream, and nacho cheese. I like to get extra nacho cheese because I really like nacho cheese.
Spicy ranch comes on the cheesy gordita crunch automatically. It's the hallmark of the product.
Yeah, those are basically the two things that I get. I mean, the meals come with a soft taco, which I like their soft tacos. Oh, if you get the Crunchwrap Supreme, I like to put mild sauce on it, but you know, that's because I'm a wimp. I imagine that any of their hot sauce would be very good on it. But yeah, cheesy gordita crunch.
It might be that this is unloaded and I'm not supposed to go back this way.
What do you like to talk about? He always gets a steak quesadilla.
Yeah, I just like the soft tacos and the. I'm not a super huge Taco Bell fan with their default menu. I've really enjoyed some of their temporary features, but they're all temporary and they bring them in. And I'm
Yeah,
happy
the chicken
to go.
flatbread.
Chicken flatbread sandwich was 89 cents and was amazing.
Yeah, it had this really spicy nacho cheese in it, right? Was it in that one?
It was just good. I don't know what it was. The ghost pepper grillers, although they were not ghost pepper and they probably should not have called them that, were just very tasty and they will never come back. The naked chicken chalupa had a unique sauce. It was really good.
And that's where they turned the taco shell into chicken. So they made a taco shell out of chicken.
I have no idea where to go for this. Fix this piece of the bridge. I don't think there's anywhere else for me to explore here. This area should be unloaded at this point. After the boss fight. You know this game, Andrew. I gotta find a vantage point to look at this bridge to repair it.
Mm-hmm. Good luck finding it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dollar menu nachos. Andrew did.
Oh yeah, I always get those too. Just the chips and cheese, I assume, or are they more fancy? 'Cause the chips and cheese is amazing because their nacho cheese is really good.
I don't like nacho cheese.
It's okay to be wrong.
I like cheese,
But you like queso.
Oh yeah, I love queso.
What's the difference?
Nacho cheese is like orange liquid product that I'm sure some people like very much, and that's fine. I'm happy for them. But it doesn't taste cheesy to me. It just doesn't taste good. But I know it's like your favorite thing. You'll always get it with pretzels and anything else. Like, I like nachos, and I like cheese on nachos, but there's a specific product called nacho cheese.
Well, have you tried the Taco Bell nacho cheese?
Yeah. It's nacho cheese.
No, it's not. It's delicious.
I'm pretty sure it's identical to the nacho cheese you would get with a pretzel at the movie theater. Do you think that's
No, I don't think
anathema?
that's correct at all. I think the Taco Bell nacho cheese has more spices in it.
Pretty sure I can say I'm done with this section. I don't think there's anywhere else I can go. It's got to be past that balance bar. It's weird. I'm not above Googling this one if we get stuck for too much longer. I guess I don't know the name of the area that we're currently in. I'd probably just look it up as after the Garm boss fight. I gotta be careful though, because I don't want to get spoiled. This game only works because I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, it does stuff where I don't know how in danger I am, right? Like, I don't actually understand the mechanics. And as a result, it works really well.
Ooh, the Navy! My dad was in the Air Force. Right on.
So your dad didn't do anything?
He never flew any planes, no. He was a desk computer guy, but not like an IT guy.
There's a lot of jokes about how the Air Force is a joke military branch, that they, like, don't actually do anything.
So, have I told you his joke about the Marine?
No.
Okay, so what's the difference between an Air Force person and a Marine?
The Marine works for a living?
No, when you ask the Marine to go to the store to buy milk, you have to also tell them to come back.
Sounds like something he would say.
Yeah, I remember when
should be it.
I was a kid, we lived in DC, was working at the Pentagon for some 4-star general, and we went to meet her. I think we were like in 5th grade. So what's that, like 11? Anyway, she ends up talking to me and my sister about these awesome...
Google this 1 second. Go ahead, you can...
about these awesome landmines that would jump up and then explode so that they tear you in half instead of just destroy your leg. So that they are guaranteed to kill you. I'm like, okay.
Raiding the bridge. There have been several bridge puzzles, but when I googled it, it knew which one I was talking about. God. Oh, huh. Apparently it's something I can do from the bridge. It's interesting. Oh, clever. Glad I looked that up. I had a tunnel vision, assuming I was just doing a bridge thing, even though there were floating things over there.
You had bridge vision?
Yeah, exactly. Clever.
Hey, Marty.
He's a hungry kitty.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard.
I needed tunnel vision instead, exactly. Ravanan.
And all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash. Trolls will walk the land. Men will tread the road to hell. And the heavens will split open.
Yeah, he's getting way more into it than he used to be. Before he was like, hey, this is a story the Vikings told me. Isn't it cool?
So, okay, they have a word called hell. Is it like our hell?
That's where we get the word, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. I was like, is that where we got the word? But we just decided to add an extra L because why
We use
not?
it to refer to, because English is a Germanic language, right? We use it to refer to the underworld described in the Bible, which uses a lot of different words. There's Gehenna, which is not hell. It was a literal pile of trash that was burning outside of Jerusalem where they would throw the bodies of criminals.
Oh,
That's
lovely.
what Jesus warned about. He would say, don't do bad things or you'll end up in Gehenna. And that gets translated as hell. There's Sheol, which is the Hebrew land of the dead. I'll let this thing play real quick.
The Northmen say that each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for nothing.
Hallucination thing.
That's cool.
That's what it looks like to be on LSD.
Thor will smite the god's servant.
I thought LSD was more colorful.
The earth will sink into the sea. The stars will disappear. Fire and water will meet. Steam will shoot up.
This guy's cute.
Will play against the sky. The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned. All the gods will be dead. And the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere.
Oh, he actually believes this shit, I think. Oh shit, there's someone spawned behind me. Get up, get up, get up! Get up! Yeah, iframes. Not as good. Oh god, there's one behind me.
Jesus. What are those things? Monsters?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably things that I'm hallucinating. I don't think they're real. This guy is like one of the bandits that attacked my town at some point.
Excuse me.
Shit. Shit. Don't laugh at me.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Phew.
So Gehenna?
Right, Gehenna's burning trash pile.
Yep.
Sheol is the non-specific land of the dead. Like in
Kind of like Jewish ones?
yeah, it's the Hebrew.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what Sheol is. So like
Which I always imagine is kind of like the land of the dead in
Greek mythology.
in the His Dark Materials trilogy.
Oh, probably. Yeah, very akin to Hades. There's a slightly nicer part of Hades called the Elysian Fields, where heroes get to go in Greek mythology, and similarly in the Hebrew cosmology, there's a slightly nicer part of Sheol called the Bosom of Abraham. It's not heaven, it's just
A little better.
a little different. Yeah.
It's like first class.
Everybody goes to Sheol. That's how it works. And the idea of like a modern hell where evil people go to burn and like Lucifer
Paradise
is
Lost.
the king is very new.
I once, okay, so, did I tell you? I probably told you this when it happened. But I'm in John Beacom's class, so...
John Beacom is a mentor of hers from Ohio State University.
Very great guy. I hold him in the highest regard.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna listen to this thing.
Okay.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods
Oh wait, I already
will
listened to this, you can keep talking.
of their food, which Loki
I didn't realize that was a
esteems
shortcut.
as
That makes sense.
Okay, so,
the wolf that will
he
eat
was
the sun,
talking
and all
about...
kinds of dark creatures.
I can't rember what he was taltalking about, but it was called Lucifer. I think it was a star or something.
Lightbringer.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and he's like, you know, that might surprise you. And I was like, no, I mean, it means Lightbringer.
You're so smart.
And then I was like, you know,
shit.
the idea of Lucifer being the devil just comes from Paradise Lost, which is basically biblical fan fiction.
Well,
And he smiled.
but beyond that,
Anyway, I just was really excited
Translation
about
reminds
calling Paradise Lost biblical fan fiction. It's basically Paradise Lost to the Bible is like 50 Shades of Grey to Twilight.
Paradise Lost is much better fan fiction than Dante, though.
I suppose that's true. That's not
Dante is
fair.
the really bad. Dante is 50 Shades of Grey. Paradise Lost is maybe Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality or something. Still has problems, but they thought about it a little, I guess. Shit! Don't! Get up! 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 She's going to die.
She's going to die.
She's going to die.
She's going to die. She's going to die. Sorry, you know the
Yes, I know.
Monty Python, he's gonna tell, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought your son was a woman. Well, I can understand that.
Western Lit. Did you know that about Dante's Inferno? That Dante is in Dante's Inferno? So is the
guy who's
woman he's pining for. That he gets to date in the afterlife.
Oh. Alright.
It's pretty.
Like, in a creepy way?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like, as like a
And like nobody knows who this lady is, right? That's what's funny about it. Like he writes this book, and it's like, oh yeah, and then Beatrix is there, and I'm like, who's Beatrix?
You're like, what?
Yeah, don't you know her? We're at time, but I need to finish this encounter. I don't think I can save this encounter.
So, like, you're gonna sign off, or are you playing another game?
No, we're done. I just need to finish this encounter.
Okay, I'm gonna have one more drink before we go to Taco Bell.
That's fine. So much for interrupting.
Also, Ludifex, have you tried Taco Bell drunk?
Shit. Shouldn't have gone for the charge attack. Oh, that's how I dodge that.
You're like Dylan. Which is great, because he's my DD.
Come on. Ooh, get up, 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 get up.
Ooh, you're saying super...
Spill that blood!
Why are there so many?
Supercharge. Maybe
He's a double axe guy. You think this is meant to be an unwinnable fight?
I mean...
No.
Maybe.
I can't get out.
Although it is kind of late in the game, so...
I don't think this is meant to be unwinnable. But that's what is so stressful about this game is exactly that, is you can't tell when something's unwinnable or not.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! Get up, get up, get up!
I think once I get up, bad things happen, basically.
Yeah, they don't really attack you when you're down.
Well, like, I have a minute to regenerate health, kind of, sort of, after getting up. This guy has full speed even when I'm in Focus World.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up!
Behind you!
Nice dodge.
I'm dead. Now I'm dead for real. Shit. It's really bad. Really, really, really bad.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah, can do it next time.
Next time, don't fuck it up.
You're gonna start on a really hard fight.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't forget that X is weak attack, hold Y for strong attack, B is break guard, right bumper is block, and press A to dodge. You're gonna need it. It's pretty hard. Sorry to inflict that on you. Don't die, because if you die, it's game over and you lose your save and you have to start over.